Well, let's move on to StriVectin's Glycolic Peel. And this sounds very high-powered, as lots of things in the range
Well,
do.
the great thing with this, it's part of our new labs range, and this is really where we really target solution. We're targeting sort of those concerns that people have and what we can fit into those. So we came out of 35 years of research into skin cancer at the Mayo Clinic, and our patented and proprietary ingredient is the NIA114, the vitamin B3, and that's what supercharges this to be an amazing glycolic. We've found definitely over the last few years that people are using more glycolics, and what they are, there's two types of exfoliation. There's physical and chemical. The physical is where you manually remove skin by rolling things with little beads.
Yes, like jojoba beads or sand or something.
Yeah, all of those. Which the problem with those is that if you have blemishes, it can transfer bacteria. Also, as well, it's not a very even exfoliation because if you don't rub there, the skin doesn't come off. Whereas a chemical exfoliation sounds very scary.
It does actually.
It's not frightening at all. For instance, the best way to explain it is like with the wall. So if the bricks were the skin cells and then the cement in between it is the intercellular glue,
yes,
that's what it's called. What happens when you put an AHA on there, it dissolves the glue or the cement between the skin cells so they can just fall off naturally. So it's a really very thorough and very even exfoliation. There are three types. There are lactic acid, which is from milk and takes off the least amount of skin. Mm-hmm. Then you've got your fruit acids, and they take off a medium amount of skin. And then you've got glycolic, which is from sugarcane, and it's the smallest molecule, so it can go the furthest down and take off the most skin. There have been the problems with that, though, in the industry is that can sometimes be quite sensitizing for people. They'll get like a stingle, somewhere between a sting and a tingle, and it will be...
You're talking about celebrities again, aren't you?
Yeah. They probably know that. With ours, no tingle.
No tingle. Okay.
No tingle or stingle or any of the above. What the idea of this one is, you've got your niacin, which is our proprietary ingredient, which is thickening that top layer of the skin. Whereas in this, it's almost working like an anesthetic. So you put that one on first. So let me show you with this. So with step one...
Mm-hmm. How do I know I need to use a glycolic peel?
Okay, well, it's a bit like my... my mum's best friend asked my mum to ask me what I thought she should use as a moisturiser because all of my years of experience. And so I said, well, if she's anything like you, Mum, she's never going to use it, so it's not worth it. I said, you're both in your 70s. What I think would be really good, and I know something you both don't do, is exfoliation. Because that's really going to take off that dead layer of skin. Because when we're young, our skin renews in 28 days. It can actually extend up to 90 days. So you've got this thick layer of dead skin cells, which are not reflecting very well. They don't reflect light. Children's skin, really smooth, light just bounces off that. We go into puberty, oil still bouncing off. As we get older, we've got all these crusty bits of skin, dead skin, all on the surface. Holes in the skin, open pores are all taking out light so that we don't reflect and we look less radiant. Take that off, you're going to have a smoother surface. It's like if you were to redo your woodwork at home. I did this recently, it's fun. There's you would want, though, to do new woodwork. You don't just reapply a coat of gloss. You would want to sandpaper, prime, and then gloss, so you get the best result. That's what you're doing with glycolics.
Okay.
So my mum's friends, I said to my mum, you need to do this glycolic, but you need to try it first because her friend had sensitive skin. So I got my mum to do it. I said, now, did it tingle? She was like, no. She said it went a little bit pink afterwards it's increasing blood flow, and it's also drawing, which I'll tell you about. She did it, no tingle, no irritation. She then told her friend how to use it, and the best bit is her friend now makes her use it every week.
Fabulous.
It's brilliant.
Fabulous.
It's a result.
From skeptics to converts.
So what you've got with this is, so for step one, you use a 20p size.
So we've got 2 tubes here,
Yeah, you've got the 2 tubes, and it's 5 minutes. So what you've got is, the first one is your anaesthetic of your NIA114, which is desensitizing the skin because it's thickening it. So it's actually making it so you don't get that irritation later. It's also got a clay in there as well, so it's drawing. That's where you're going to see that the warming of your skin because it's helping to detox your skin. So you apply a thin layer. You then, after 1 minute, apply a 20p size of the glycolic. It's a mix of glycolic and fruit acids. So you add the clear gel, apply that one, and then what you find with this is you then leave for 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
No tingle, but for all those people who like the tingle because it says it's working, there's lots of people who love that. If you can't see it, it's not working. The great thing with this, you can see it's working because it will start to bubble. It will start to bubble as you'll see it starting to detox. And
You can actually see bubbles.
yeah, it actually bubbles. So it's watch the
Sounds
bubbles.
like I'm in a lab with a...
Exactly. It's not an experiment though, because
Yeah.
we've done all our thorough testing. There's no guesswork with ours. So the great thing with this, when you're going to start to see the little bubbles, leave it for 5 minutes, avoid the eye area, but everywhere else, wherever you put it, it's going to remove those dead skin cells. The great thing about exfoliation is because if you remove that dead skin cell layer, when you put your serum or moisturizer, it's going to work so much better because it's not just going to be hydrating those dead layers.
So
of
it has
skin.
that synergy with all the other products
It's going
as
to make
well.
everything else, boost everything, just like our niacin boosts our formula to make it more effective. This one, it's going to boost the effectiveness of everything you use afterwards because it removed everything that's obscuring.
How am I going to remove this?
So after 5 minutes, what you're going to do is you're just going to rinse that one off with warm water.
Okay,
It's
just
as
simply
easy as
rinse
that,
away.
5 minutes.
And then whatever serum or whatever that you want to
Whatever you
follow
want to
it.
use afterwards. So I'm just going to remove this now, and what you can see with this is, I said that there's not even any redness, but it will really, really smooth the surface.
Your hands are soft as a baby.
I think that's what it's going to be. I'm going to be looking 80 at some point, but this hand is going to be really young. This is my StriVectin hand.
Fabulous, Paul. That's great. So you can have this at home. All you need to do, obviously, is to follow the online instructions.
One more thing, though, I wanted to say, because of this winning hands down, is now, I don't think Beyonce will mind if I change the lyrics to her song here, but just like her song, if you love it, you need to put a lid on it. Moisture levels with StriVectin. That's what you need to do. And just like her, it's all about the hand.
It is. Okay, if you want to make your order, you can do that at any time, of course, and browse the website, look at lots of different brands there. Remember, with StriVectin, our TV special is this. It's a hand treatment. So if you're going for one of the other products, like the glycolic that we've just been looking at, you'll get this worth £26 absolutely free. We will deliver to you pretty much wherever you are, and you'll paying a price that you see on the screen. There's no extra for postage and packaging. Well, thank you very much, Paul. That's been very much fun and very educational. Anything happening in StriVectin that we ought to know about in the future?
Well, I think we'll probably come back and visit you when our new brightening range comes out, because we already had a brightening range that was great. We've just made, just like with all of our products, we've just made what we do even better. So before it had a 50% reduction in dark circles and things, we'll take it to the next level when we come back.
Thank you very much, Paul. Remember, you heard it here first.